If your forecast feels like astrology, your CRM feels like fan fiction, and customers churn right after they close win, you don't have a sales problem. You have a revenue system problem. Hey team, welcome back to Structured to Scale, powered by Elefante RevOps. Today we're doing the ultimate guide to revenue operations, but through the lens that actually matters for modern B2B SaaS, revenue architecture. You probably heard RevOps explained, alignment between marketing and sales and customer success. That's true, but it's incomplete. Because in recurring revenue, the funnel doesn't end at close one. Close one is the midpoint. If customers don't get impact after they buy, they don't renew. And if they don't renew, you don't have revenue. You have a leaky bucket. So in the next 10 to 15 minutes, I'm going to break this down with zero jargon and maximum clarity. Why your company needs RevOps right now. What a real RevOps strategy includes, revenue architecture style, and the step-by-step plan to implement RevOps without turning your company into a process museum. Let's get into it. Let's answer the honest question. Why should I invest in RevOps? Because RevOps isn't ops for the sake of ops. It's the system that makes growth predictable. Here are the big reasons your company needs RevOps. First, the classic funnel leaves out most of your actual growth engine. Most companies measure the journey up to close one, leads, pipeline, bookings, but in recurring revenue, businesses, growth is acquisition plus retention plus expansion. If your metrics stop at close one, you're basically saying we tracked the wedding, but we're not measuring the marriage. And then leadership wonders why churn blindsides them. Second, the funnel is seller-centric, but subscriptions are customer-centric. Funnels are built around the seller's outcome. Revenue architecture is built around the customer's outcome. And there's a huge difference between value and impact. Value is the promise you make. Impact is the measurable result the customer gets after they use the product. If you only optimize for value promises, you can accidentally build a growth machine powered by discounting and bad fit deals. It looks good in the quarter, it breaks the business in the year. Third, your revenue system is not linear, but most companies treat it like this. Leadership says, we need double revenue, and the default response is, cool, double leads, but revenue doesn't scale like that. Funnels have constraints, bottlenecks, handoffs, capacity limits. And if you push harder on the top without fixing the constraints in the middle and the right side, you don't get double revenue. You get double chaos. Fourth, efficiency is the new flex. In the last few years, companies learned something the hard way. It's expensive to buy growth. It's much cheaper to keep and expand growth. That's why RevOps has become so important. It's how you create a system where retention and expansion aren't nice to haves. They're designed outcomes. Fifth, customers feel the seams. Customers don't experience your org chart. They experience one journey. If marketing says one thing, sales sells something slightly different, and customer success inherits a confused customer, the customer doesn't say, wow, interesting internal misalignment. They say, this company is messy. RevOps removes the seams by creating one system across the full journey. So if your forecasts feel unreliable, your teams feel siloed, or your customers feel like they're getting handed off like a relay baton, RevOps is how you fix that. So what's involved in a real RevOps strategy? Short answer, everything that touches the customer journey. But let's make it usable. Think revenue architecture, think system design. The foundation is the bow tie. Most people know the funnel, top of funnel to close one, but the bow tie extends the journey past the sale. Left side of the bow tie is pre-sale, awareness, education, selection. The center is mutual commit, not closed one, like the seller did something to the buyer. Mutual commit, both sides agree on outcomes, timeline, expectations, and success. Then the right side is post-sale, onboarding, adoption, expansion. And here's the whole point. If RevOps function only manages the left side, you're managing activity. If your RevOps function manages the whole bow tie, you're managing outcomes. Now, to run a system, you need a measurement model. And this is where most companies mess up. They track results, but not the system that produces results. So we use 3 categories: volume, conversion, and time. Volume metrics tell you how much is flowing through the system. Conversion metrics tell you where flow is breaking. Time metrics tells you where flow is getting stuck. And the whole goal isn't to look at one snapshot dashboard and say, seems fine. The goal is trend lines. Are conversions improving over time? Is time and stage shrinking? Is adoption happening faster? RevOps becomes powerful when it becomes predictive, not reactive. Next, your GTM motion matters. Different companies sell differently. Some are self-serve, some are velocity sales, some are enterprise, and many are hybrid. The key is stop forcing one funnel and one set of definitions across totally different motions. A no-touch motion and a dedicated touch motion should not have the same stages, same SLAs, or same expectations. RevOps strategy has to start by acknowledging your motion. And last, you need one shared diagnostic language across teams. That's where S.P.I.C.E.D comes in. S.P.I.C.E.D is a customer-focused way to diagnose and align around deals and outcomes: situation, pain, impact, critical event, decision. You don't need to memorize it like a test. You need to use it like a flashlight. It forces you to answer what's happening now. What hurts? What measurable impact does the customer want? Why now? And how will they decide? When marketing, sales, and customer success share that language, handoffs get cleaner and customers get a more consistent experience. So a real RevOps strategy includes the Bowtie journey, a measurement model built on volume, conversion, and time, motion-based design, and shared diagnostic language. Now, let's talk implementation. Here's the good news. Implementing RevOps doesn't have to be a massive transformation, but it does require the right sequence. If you try to build dashboards before definitions, you get pretty charts and bad decisions. If you buy tools before process, you get expensive chaos. So here's the sequence we recommend. Step 1, choose your GTM motion or motions. Are you primarily no touch, low touch, medium touch, high touch, or dedicated touch? If you're hybrid, name it. Just saying we're B2B SaaS is not a motion. Motion determines how the system should work. Step 2, map your bow tie and define stage exit criteria. I want you to picture this like airport security. If stage doesn't have a clear criteria, anyone can get through by saying the right words. So define exit criteria that reflect customer progress, not internal activity. For example, education doesn't end because they attended a webinar. Education ends because you've confirmed pain, defined desired impact, and validated timeline. Selection doesn't end because the rep feels good. Selection ends because stakeholders' requirements and the success criteria are clear. Mutual commit isn't they signed. Mutual commit is we agree on outcomes and what success looks like. Step 3, standardize your data model and enforce it. This is where companies either win or they slowly die. You need one definition or key terms, one source of truth, and guardrails that prevent your CRM from turning into a choose-your-own adventure novel. Standardization isn't bureaucracy, it's what makes reporting trustworthy. And if your reporting isn't trustworthy, leadership decisions become guesswork. Step 4, install the measurement system, volume, conversion, time, and review trend lines. Build a few dashboards that matter, not 47 dashboards no one opens. A few. And they should answer, where are we losing flow? Where are we stuck? And what's improving over time? Step 5, operationalize RevOps with a cadence. RevOps is the conductor. Marketing, sales, and customer success are the instruments. Without a conductor, everyone is talented and still sounds like noise. So you need a rhythm. Weekly, review one bow tie stage at a time, rotate stages week to week. Monthly, review trend lines and constraints. Quarterly, revisit motion, cost of coverage, and the system design. Step 6, run continuous improvement sprints. RevOps is not set it and forget it. It's find friction, fix system, measure shift, repeat. That's how you create compounding improvements instead of random bursts of progress. And if you do these steps in order, you'll feel something pretty quickly. Less friction, more clarity, better forecasts, cleaner handoffs. And customers who actually get impact, which means renewals and expansions, stop being surprises. Let's land this. Revenue operations done the modern way is revenue architecture. It's designing your recurring revenue system end to end, because close one is not the finish line, it's the midpoint. And the companies that scale aren't the ones with the most tools or the biggest teams. They're the ones with the clearest systems. If this video helped, hit subscribe. We break down scaling systems every week here on Structured to Scale. And if you want help applying this to your business, whether that's mapping your bow tie, cleaning up your data model, or building dashboards that leadership actually trusts, check out ElefanteRevOps.com. We'll link it below. And I want to hear from you. Where's the biggest bottleneck right now? Awareness, education, selection, onboarding, adoption, or expansion? Drop it in the comments, tell me what you've tried, and we'll point you in the right direction. Thank you for watching, and as always, scale with clarity. My name is Colton Rodrigue from Elefante RevOps. Thank you and goodbye.